Welcome back to Power in the Pause. I'm your host, Chelsea, therapist, educator, and founder of She Is Society, where we do the deep inner work that helps women become the most powerful, grounded versions of themselves. Today, we're talking about something that quietly eliminates insecurity at its root: knowing yourself deeply, honestly, and unapologetically. Before we begin, let's take a moment together. Relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, take a slow inhale through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Again, one big inhale and pause, and a nice big exhale. Let yourself arrive here because clarity always begins when we pause long enough to hear ourselves. Okay, sis, let's chat. There comes a point in your growth where insecurity starts fading, not because people finally approve of you, but because you finally approve of yourself. When you truly know who you are, you stop walking into rooms wondering what everyone else thinks. You stop editing your personality depending on who you're around. You stop feeling destabilized every time someone has an opinion because you already did something that most people avoid. You looked at yourself honestly. Real self awareness is not just knowing your strengths, sis. It's saying, these are my patterns. These are my triggers. These are the places I'm still growing. And these are the things that make me powerful. When you've already faced your own truth, outside commentary loses its power. People cannot weaponize what you've already accepted. Criticism cannot wound you the same way when you already know yourself clearly. The woman who doesn't know herself is constantly scanning the room for feedback. But the woman who does know herself moves differently. She's grounded, she's steady, she's not performing for approval. And here's what I want you to reflect on and what I want you to know. Radical ownership dissolves so much anxiety about how you're perceived. Because once you decide that your own perspective of yourself carries the most weight, the noise around you becomes quieter. Self awareness becomes your protection, not perfection, awareness. Okay, sis, pause with me again. Let's take one inhale slowly and a nice exhale. I want to share some reflection questions, whether you're journaling later today or just sitting here reflecting quietly. Where in your life are you still trying to be liked instead of being honest about who you are? What parts of yourself do you already know are true, but you keep minimizing so others feel comfortable? What's one pattern you are ready to take ownership of instead of avoiding? And where would your confidence naturally rise if you stopped waiting for external validation? This is the direction I want you to go in this week. Practice moving through at least one space: work, friendships, conversation, social media, wherever, with the intention of not performing, not shrinking, not exaggerating, not adjusting, just showing up grounded in who you actually are. Confidence doesn't come from convincing people, it comes from congruence. When who you are inside matches how you show up outside. Knowing yourself is one of the most powerful forms of security that you can build. Because when you are real with yourself, fully, honestly, unapologetically transparent, no one can truly shake you. External voices lose their authority when your internal voice becomes clear. So spend some time this week getting honest with yourself. Not harsh, not honest, not judgmental, just curious and aware. Because self awareness is not about tearing yourself down, it's about standing firmly in your own truth. Thank you for pausing with me today. And as always, remember, there's power in the pause.